Right then, morning people. Oh my word. I have been so busy this week. I'm not even sure where to start really. The carboot Wednesday before last, I did a video on some of that stuff. I missed a couple of bits on that one. So I just thought I'd recap on those few bits. I bought some gloves here. 2 pairs of these horrible gloves. You know, sometimes when you scratch your nails down a chalkboard, or for me it's ripping wire wall apart or cotton wool, puts your teeth on edge. Well, touching these gloves, has the same sort of weird effect. But I picked them up £1 a pair Wednesday before last. Give them a try. And then further up round the corner in the car boot, I picked 12 pairs, similar, size 10s, 12 pairs for £6. And I thought that was a good deal. And then, of course, further up round the car boot, they were selling packs of 12 for £5. So I got caught out on that, if you like. Yeah, so that was gloves. But I did have this really lovely find, which was one of these. Now, I don't know if you've been in any poncy wine bars or pubs and clubs, but this is a bottle opener. I mean, it's really solid. It's industrial, you know, for trade. So that would look much nicer if I turned a wooden handle on it, wouldn't it? A nice wooden handle shape. It's really solid quality. Don't know where it's made, don't know where it's marked, but it clamps onto your bar and then goes up. You put your bottle in, and that goes up like that. You put your bottle in, then you pull it down, and that screws in, and then you pull it that way and you pull your bottle out. So anyway, £2.50. I thought, if I ever have an outdoor bar, or if I have an indoor bar, what a lovely thing that would be to have on the side. So it's immaculate condition, and this is plastic. I thought it might be glass, but it's plastic. Oh, there's a little bit of rust on there just to wipe off, but what a cracking thing. So £2.50, good find. Right. Oh, and I think there was one other thing I found that Wednesday that I didn't mention, was this beauty. Now, I just liked it because of the shape. I thought that's a nice oil can there. But what I didn't realise, and it cost me £3, what I didn't realise was that cap is sealed. And it's still full of oil. I assume it's oil. There's no marking on it whatsoever. I have no idea what's really inside, but I'm guessing it's oil. I just thought, what a lovely thing. So I thought that looked nice on a shelf in the back of the workshop, didn't it? So yeah, £3 for that lovely old oil can. Right, so that was last Wednesday week. And then I had to go up to my son's, see my grandchildren, up in Lincolnshire. And that was the weekend of the heavy weather. So we had unbelievable wind. So I went to Saturday to their local car boot sale. And they're hardy people up there. There was quite a few booters out, stall holders out, and the wind was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And I had a quick squawk around the stalls, and a lot of people had very grumpy faces on, and I don't blame them. It was miserable. And I found absolutely nothing. Well, not surprising, because it was pretty awful. So, while sitting at my son's house, I had a look on Marketplace to see if there was anything local of interest that was going. And I did find one little thing, but it was on my way home. So I had to wait till, I think we come back on the Sunday. So I had to wait till Sunday to knock on this fella's door and buy the bits and pieces he had. And I met a lovely fella. And this is what he had. Thread checkers and tap gauges. I think he's over cleaned them, to be honest. That's an unusual one, that flat small one. I really like that, and it's got a bit stuck in there, I can see. Has he got a make on that one? Yeah, it's a Marples. That's a Marples one. I can get that out. And yeah, I thought that was nice. Small, very narrow. And then this lovely, more vintagey, larger one, which is more the sort of standard ones you find. marbles again. This looks like a shamrock brown. There's a shamrock on there. Yeah, it's a shamrock brown one. Thread checkers, and then we got these metric gauges. I think they are commercial ones. They look commercial. That one does. This one is a much older, much thicker plate. Again, he's rubbed it and cleaned it so much you can barely see the numbers, unfortunately. And one more. NO1064, and that's definitely a commercial one. Just very nice. I like these plates. Ah, look, made at Moorham Right. There you go, Moorham Right. Morse twist drill gauge. There you go. So yeah, so I picked those up on the way home. £15, I think it was. It was quite pricey, but I got chatting with the fella and we got talking about what he used to do for a living, and to me that's half the fun. Half the fun is meeting these people and chatting with them, and just, yeah, really enjoyable. So I enjoyed that. My wife wasn't so happy sitting in the car waiting for me to come back because I was quite a while chatting, so I apologise to her for that. Yeah, I treated her later, I expect. Right, so then we went to Wednesday's carboot, the usual local carboot. Let's have a quick slurp. And that was quite a good one. Oh, I forgot to mention. Sorry. You can see in the background, I picked up a couple of 4-foot sash clamps. Well, that one's 4 foot. That might be a little smaller, but there's nothing to show there really. They're just sash clamps. Yeah, but I got them cheap for £3, I think, which I thought was okay. Right, so back to Wednesday. Now, I had a good day Wednesday. Excuse me, I've just put some bits right out of reach. So let's grab those. Yeah, I found all sorts of odd things. So let's have a little scoot through, eh? Right. We'll start with these. Little tin. And it says percussion on there. And of course, percussion, I thought it might be gramophone needles. No. A couple of keys, various plumbers type keys. No makes on them. These two are quite old. And a wad cutter, small wad cutter with a wad in there. The edge is good though, so that'll clean up nice. Little wad cutter. But of course, with it saying, oh, I have had this off. I have had a look in here. Right, well, my broken thumb is not going to allow me to do that today. But they're little percussion caps for guns, for some sort of gun. So I suppose they're live. I don't know. They're too small to be in this. Oh, we might have some movement. Yes, we have. Look, there we go. I hope you can see that okay. Little copper percussion caps. I don't think there's anything. I don't know how they work. I don't know anything about guns. But yeah, lots of them. Little serrated edges around them. What will I do with those? God knows. But it's a little tin, isn't it? It's a small tin. Shame the label wasn't on there properly. But it does say percussion, load, or London. It's a London make. Maybe I can look up the... that would be fun, wouldn't it? If I can look up the label and get one reprinted and popped on there. That might be an interesting thing to do. So yeah, percussion caps. Right. More keys. I found more... Now somebody said they're called Isle of Man keys. You're probably right. I knew them as plumber's keys. But there's a nice brass one. 120 on there. Square end. Just lovely quality, these old ones. Let's just tip it out, so I'm going to have a look at what I did get. Oh yeah. A little U-bolt or U-catch. It's quite nice quality. Another Isle of Man key. This one says BSS Limited. Anyone know? Boss. Registered trademark. There's a crack in that one there, on that side. But, so it's probably well used. I love these keys. That's another one with a crack in. I saw it when I bought it, so there's a crack there. But that I might be able to push that back. That key. It's similar to that one, isn't it? That's the square end, well used. Manhole covers, I suppose, I don't know. Water boxes. And then I've got some more of these Rittle keys. I've seen these before. Rittle, Dirac, slightly different shape, different form. Triangle key. Ab Stromberg. Oh yeah, Ab Stromberg. GHE, that says, another square key. And this little odd thing. Now we've all seen these King Dicks, haven't we? And this one's quite mobile, and I can't see any marks on it. But isn't that weird? Because the way it's like stretched out. It's narrow in the centre there. And I suppose, what's it, 4 inch, isn't it? But it's a narrow, odd one, isn't it? Hammer side on there. Relatively good moving, and I haven't done anything to it yet. But yeah, odd little one. Just pick that up. So I think I paid a total of £3.50 for all of that from 2 different sellers. One was £2, one was £1.50. So £3.50 for the lot. Now, I picked up this brass back Spear and Jackson saw because I have visions in my... Is it Spear and Jackson? Yeah, it is Spear and Jackson. I have visions one day of making a couple of hand planes using brass on the back of brass backs, as in the, Bill what's his name style. So I'll have a go at that one day. So I picked that up for next to nothing. I picked up this odd hammer. I say odd because the head clearly doesn't match the handle size. It's much smaller. That was 50p from the same fellow as the saw. Someone's drilled it. Yeah, I just like the oddness of it. It feels nice in the hand when you hold it in the smaller end. It just feels nice. End's not too damaged, not been used much. Just a weird little hammer. 50p. Can't argue with that. Well, 3 weights. I usually pick these up because they're really handy for holding things down in the workshop, especially veneering or anything like that. 125 kilograms, so that's a more modern one, or foreign one maybe. What's this one? Body Sculpture #1 weight. So these are for dumbbells, I suppose. Be nice if I had 4, wouldn't it? Because then I would have made a dumbbell. But yeah, Body Sculpture #1. No idea what the size is, but I expect it's the same as that other one. They're not too heavy. But yeah, together they combine. They're nice weight. That was £2 that came in with something else. I bought these 2 irons, flat irons, from 2 different people. One was at £2, one was at £3. Now, again, really good weights for veneering and other little gluing projects. And number 3, that says Hilltop Co., whoever they are. I need to rub that down just to flatten it off. Take off that little bit of rust on there. These are starting to interest me, these things. I don't know why. That one says B&H, number 3 of B&H. They probably all come in different sizes. So you warm them up on whatever you use on your hot plate, on your Arga or whatever cooker you use, range I suppose. And once they're warm, you spit on them. I remember my mum doing something like spitting on them, make sure it was hot and steamy, and then away you go with your ironing. Not that people seem to do much ironing these days. But yeah. So I like those. I like those a lot. I think that one's heavier. Yeah, like them a lot. A couple of cable ties. I always pick these kind of things up because they're always handy and they just look good anyway. So a couple of those. Which ones are those? What looks like a homemade AWH. Nice shape though. AWH, I suppose that's a tap wrench or something. You put it over the wrench and you turn it that way. Bit of sellotape on there. Yeah, probably a homemade one, but it is a nice shape. AWH, probably the owner. AWH, yeah, he's put his mark on it, but I liked it. Nice thing. Another Steadfast, quite a long one. Blue, I haven't got a blue. Steadfast terminal screwdriver. All these things are like 50p's and 10p's. Honestly, they're next to nothing. Now, this I was quite chuffed about. Now, I've often picked up lots of these King Dicks ones. This one happens to be a Ford one with the square end. But I've been keeping my eyes open for what I believe is a left-handed one. And I found one. Now, it's a King Dick. And I was at the Taft stall, country show recently, and we were discussing this left and right-handed King Dick spanners, and they had no idea why they would have done left-handed ones. And I thought, well, I haven't got a left-handed one. Anyway, it was earlier in the summer, and I found one. Left-handed. That's how they normally are. Check your collection, see if you've got any. Unless you know what you're talking about. But yeah, left-handed King Dick adjustable spanner. In pretty good shape, actually. Why would they have done it left-handed? Because surely if you're turning a nut that way, if you want to go back, you turn it round, wouldn't you? So there's no need for it to be left-handed. But they made them. So I am left-handed. So I had to have one. And I found that. Can't remember how much it was. Again, it wouldn't be much. I wouldn't have paid much. I'm too mean. So yeah, so left-handed King Dick. Now, and finally, on my way out, just for the hell of it, I found a mixed box of cabinet handles. Lots of took. Right, so that's the biggest. Even if I don't use it as a handle, fixed on a handle, that's a lovely stainless steel bar for something. They are all single handles, odd ones. That's a nice one. But I quite like cupboards with mixed different handles on. So these will very much get used. Look at that one, isn't that a lovely one? I've seen these before, but these will very much be used. The odder, the stranger, the better for me. That's solid. That's some real quality steel in there. In all of these, actually. That's square bar one. That's nice. Another curved one. A couple of end pieces, I suppose, for a bar. I don't know if they're in there. More solid handles. Solid. Absolutely solid stainless steel. That's an unusual odd one. So that will go on, so you can just put your fingers on the top. Put it out. That's quite... Con Raleone. Oh, Italian. That might be why it's decent quality. It's heavy. Yeah, another curved one. Stainless steel. This cost me £2, or this lot, £2. That almost looks like a homemade one. Sort of brassy coming through. That's nice. Another one of those. I wonder if it goes on those end pieces. I suspect it will. So this is a moving handle, so it'll hang down. How lovely. That kind of affair. So that'll be fixed and that'll waggle like that. Lovely. Really interesting. Again, Italian, the same company. So they're probably all from the same Italian company. Some real quality handles here. That's an odd one. Has that got a movement in it? No, it's just a different style. Hey, Diamantes. That is definitely got to go on a drawer in the workshop, isn't it? It's just asking for it. That is fantastic. Real diamonds, I was told as well. Yeah, real diamonds. Oh, a nice flat one there. That's a good one. And finally, I think, look at that. That's a big old handle, isn't it? And one in a bag, another steel bar. So, yeah, £2. I think what an absolute bargain of took. Right up my alley. And that's the star buy, obviously. But yeah, just a bit of fun. So that was Wednesday's. I enjoyed Wednesday. I've really enjoyed this week. I've been busy. Finding all, from being here, there and everywhere. I've had so many things I've had to do. I'm trying to buy a house as well. Oh, it's all going on. It's all going on. And look at the length of that. It's just good. So yeah, so very busy. So I should be getting to the next car boot, hopefully Sunday, I think. If I'm lucky, Sunday. So hopefully see you all on the next one. And as my son Ashley always nags at me, like and subscribe. And so like and subscribe. And hello to the boys. Toby and Oscar, it was great seeing you last week. And yeah, see you on the next one.